12th Dimensional Christ Consciousness, Ceremony of Liberation. February 26, 2016. The Celestial and Cosmic Offerings. Good morning, dear lighted ones. I wanted to put together some concepts and inspirations to assist those that are steadfast on the path of awakening and ascension in these powerful and transformative times. In our most recent full moon, February 22, 2016, it came with the most lovely and exciting energy that is, for me, quite unique for a full moon. I have noticed very acutely that over the past year, the full moon energy can seem to catapult intense energies that sway most people into symptomology of forgetfulness, clumsiness, aggravated behavior, mood swings, deep reflection, and even aggression. In a house with 3 very intuitive young children and myself, the tensions and cosmic offerings of a full moon can guarantee a few extra arguments and tussles. This full moon was something quite different, and I won't pass the opportunity to share the energetic insights and sensings with you, for they are a portent of things to come. Welcome to your emancipation. As I got comfortable for my morning meditation after the loving greeting to my lightship and teams above in the early morning sky, I sensed a particular increase in a soft and flowing loving embrace. There are simply intuitive sensings when you know something incredible is about to unfold, and this full moon morning was proving to be just that. I was first greeted by the Pleiadian emissaries of light, which I was told were the guardians of the planet and were to assist in awakening the Christ consciousness within those of human form. I immediately sensed this may be another profound ceremony of sorts, as I had not been familiar with this group of energy and it felt somewhat formal and with great honor to be with them. I then saw a being walking toward me, and as he stood directly in front of me, I noticed it was Jesus. This being that we know as Jesus is a representative of a 12th dimensional collective of ascended beings, and how we interpret this energy in a lower dimensional form is that of the Christ, or Jesus. As he stood only inches in front of me, his presence and this unfolding ceremony ignited overwhelming emotion and tears. The presence of Jesus, as a fully Christed Son of God, is, as I have written in previous articles, beyond what earthly words can describe. His presence with me is always profoundly calm and playful, and emanates such a purified love and unconditional acceptance, and all of which is something that I have never felt before in human form. As Jesus walked toward me, he stopped and stood directly a few feet in front of me, and as I remember his presence washing over me, it was all that I could to contain my emotions. He had his hands in front of him as he cupped a small metal bowl and smiled down at me, sitting in attention and honor. My forehead was directly in front of his hands, and as he began to dip his thumb into the bowl, with what I am assuming was anointment oil, I looked up at his beautiful and joyful presence. Although he stood wearing the off-white robe that we are used to seeing him depicted in, the simple manner only added to his profound and loving essence. He resonated with congratulatory joy and pride for me, and with his usual gentle yet playful manner, he placed his thumb on my forehead and said, "Welcome to your emancipation." As I felt the room fill with love, joy, and celebration from those in energetic attendance, I allowed my gratitude of love and honor spill forth in tears. There have been many ceremonies and multidimensional giftings over the past few months, and I am sensing the resonance of victory and celebration about how far we have all come in this unveiling of human light and potential. I was telepathically downloaded the congratulatory resonance, and how I had worked with commitment and devotion to unveiling the essence of what I now know to be the source spark within. This was a ceremony of freedom and liberation from all that I had moved through in countless lifetimes of density, persecution, death, and judgment, in my innate pursuit to walk the path of light. I was finally in the place in which limitation and controlled systems of reality would no longer affect me as they had in eons of earthly experience. I feel I am shown these profundities so that I can disseminate the frequency of how very important inner reflection and light work is to the evolution of humanity, and how these types of divine experiences are possible for those with that intent and flow with such excited commitment to Source and universal love. All of these amazing experiences are a unique way for me to move through one of my very intense life theme that pops up time and time again. An Akashic life theme that I am moving through, and why these experiences and having the ability to write about these experiences is key to heal and let go of the lack of self and inability to exalt in all that we are. This has been something I have taken on, a theme to explore and allow myself to soak in the essence of utter self-love, exalting in all that I am able to expand with, as divine love awakens ever deeper within my life experience. The experience to feel as special and unique, and Source and the Divine know each of us to be, is a common theme that many lighted ones are revealing as the Akashic triggers surface. This has been called Dance of Creation, as we unite in victory over the dark legions that had altered humanity's path eons ago. These are the frequencies in which we are sensing that these ascension gateways and portals will not remain open forever. The will of God's plan is unfolding as the prophecies are being fulfilled in every moment we awaken to what resides within, and just as the Most High desires for all life to expand and know love, it is each of us that creates this new earthly beginning. Just as we are being prepared in every way to interact and commune with higher dimensional life, we are preparing the way for our own divine light to clear the way for the return of the Paradise Trinity, as outlined in the Keys of Enoch. I sense that these prophecies are ones that we will see and experience in this lifetime, and for lighted ones everywhere, it will allow us to breathe with a light heart once again in knowing that our will and intent assisted in some way to contracts we have drawn in higher states of consciousness. The myriad of misinterpretations about these divine prophecies have been inspired by the very organized factions that kept humanity in fear for thousands of years. The end of times for humanity and Gaia is not the complete earthly destruction of all life, but that of the end of limitation and control. We are entering into the new beginnings, right now. This is why we are all sensing the profound intensities that we are. We are sitting within this time fold or time overlap that is a temporary station of frequency that beds both old and new human frequencies, experiences, and systems. The coming experiences will see these galactic time folds smooth out to a more refined bedding of those that desire to live and expand within the light, as we moment for moment create the reality frequency that aligns with this. Those that choose to remain in a state of sleepy disconnection, will unfold in a reality experience that is in alignment with unawareness. This is also why we will see the unfoldings of those who are not aligned with Source Light, will feel the friction and chaos of this, and those that are aligned with their higher aspects of light will feel the unveiling of a deeper state of self-love and Christed benevolence. Every level where limitation and control exists will be shaken. This is being done energetically and at a very subtle level so that those who are ready to awaken can consciously choose to move in light and positive evolution for oneself, our collective family, our galactic and cosmic family, and our loving Mother Earth. We will finally be able to breathe organic source light once again, and it is within reach that we will all celebrate these blessings and divine gifts that we had previously taken for granted. This is not to sound over-dramatic to what I am used to exploring, however, this is what I am sensing, why this year will offer the changes that it will. In all of the most incredible divine multidimensional experiences, from as far back as my floating in the heavens with Jesus years ago, there has been this sensing of preparations for what is to unfold. We move through various initiations and ceremonies to prepare our way of thinking, our way of communing, our way of caring for one another in a new expanded and enlightened way. To think and act as if this planet is our own physical vessel, and to live with honor and respect of her and how she offers all that she does to us so that we commune and learn and gift back to her all that we are offered. We are being stretched in every way to come out of the density and thinking that we are held separate from all that we exist within, for we are clearly linked and sewn within it all, in every way. We are unveiling the true brilliance and sacred heart within us all, and that sacred heart desires intimacy with life and the all of creation. I am oftentimes unable to find the words to define exactly what unveils in these divine ceremonies, but suffice it to say, the presence of love and gentle play is heavenly. These experiences allow me to ground what is possible for us as ascending humans, to inspire loving play into our every moment of now in all that we do, feel, and emit. I have read various texts, and what I am sensing is that there will be, and have been indications within your dream time, or meditation time, that you are shown your progress into evolving into the expanded light essence. The vision and experience of being gifted a galactic tree of life, for example, or the symbols of creation that allow us to take a step in reverence and humility as we step up into the cosmic family that opens the door to our divine liberation. Such experiences and multidimensional anointments and ceremonial offerings will be your validations of the consciousness shift of heart into deeper love and unity with our existence. The divine initiations, consecrations, and cosmic gatherings are the gifts for our devotion and service to walk within our own light, and unfold in the more pure and authentic way, even when the masses and mass media pull at you to go in another darker direction. To what extent are we willing to surrender? I am sensing that those who so desire to walk in the knowingness of the God spark essence within will see the effects of increased divine synchronicity, intimacy with all life, and even create the entanglement of such profound initiations of heightened Shekinah gifts of the Holy Spirit. Are we willing to allow our lives to be totally transformed by the light within? Are we able to let go of the untruths and fear-mongering media so that we can surrender into the blueprint that was written for us eons ago? There has always been interest and unconditional love offered by our cosmic family, and they have always made their presence in situations and locations when humanity moved forward with their technology to destroy life. This loving celestial entanglement that sits at the doorway of our atmosphere, and for what has cradled us for eons, has saved us from oblivion many times. The fear of the unknown, our ability to hang on even when we are barely scraping by in every way, is not surrender. It will be ever more important for us to review and refine our ability to trust in the path of light. Trust in what we have written at the highest of our intelligence, and trust in all of the teams and beings that have our back, for there is little room for those that desire to stay on the fence of indecision and complacency. These stirrings are not to ignite fear, but to ignite the passion of the light, promise, and potential within. Now is the moment in which we create the knowingness of all that we swim within and let go of what has held us in state of foggy disbelief and fear. In my own personal story to creation, I have been taken from those very states of fear and disengagement to the state of being that feels grand excitement for all that unfolds in these powerful times of lightened offerings. There is no judgment for those that do not awaken to the light within, for as I have stated in every article, within each blueprint, there is the eventual graduation and ceremony to illuminated freedom. I know, I have seen, and I have experienced the ability to move from a state of fear into bliss, to move beyond limitation and judgment of others, into a state of loving self-awareness to what I am entangled with, and the mirrored aspects that desire greater compassion and embrace. These opportunities for light and these potentials to build your own cosmic bridge and communion to the angelics is all within. It has always been the desire for humanity to evolve and unfold as the beautiful butterfly as we let go of the illusory restraints and constrictions of density. We are meant to live with intimate entanglement with Source, for it is the Source spark within that ignites your very own profound angelic dispensations and divine ceremonies. As I did all that I could to compose my overwhelming reverence and excitement, Jesus completed the anointment and asked with a playful tone, "Are you ready to choose your next mission?" Without a breath of hesitation, I replied, "I wish to serve in love and light of God's will." Consciousness, ET, or even ultra-terrestrial ceremonies of initiation into expanded stages of awareness and light body consciousness are offered to each and every person that desires to move along any given path in this way. It is not a path of work, or treachery, but of honor and love to serve the divine will of God and creation, and why there are legions of beings at every dimensional frequency doing so as their life purpose in every incarnation. The alchemy process of ascension is the process of transforming all that we are at every level, so that we are able to create and wear a refined light body vessel. Humanity has been prepped for these expansive galactic marriages by the myriad of celestial teams and archangel teachings as we spiral up into a state of higher self-realization. We create this crystalline light body by moving beyond all that we have known, And as each human seeks the light within and transforms limitation and fear, we ignite a new cycle of cosmic unification. This cosmic unification is a key aspect not only for the evolution of the human species, but also in agendas within the whole, and is the will of the Father for humanity to step up into a new phase of enlightenment and illumination. Gift of life. Humanity has lost sight of the keys to unity with the divine, with Source. We seem to have been quite content to walk through our earthly incarnations in a sleepy state of indifference to all that we are entangled within. We have lost the innate pull to be intimate with one another, with Source, with Gaia, and with all life that we swim within. We have forgotten the gift of what each moment of breath offers, and how this very breath, the very intent to be in a state of cosmic oneness, is why we have chosen to be here and experience the rarefied ascension energies of this profound now moment. As we enter into the final phases of this planetary ascension, we are gifted with more profound and intense offerings from the divine, and with each new wave of rarefied frequencies and encodings, all that we know will be touched and affected. The intensities are the last light effort to awaken those still sitting on the fence about their life purpose, or why their world appears to change in every way and yet make no intent to go within and answer the call of spirit. I have written in many articles, nothing will be left untouched in the process of ascension, and in these forthcoming weeks and months, we will see greater evidence of even the most staunch of disbelievers coming forth with their own personal view of disclosure and awakening to what is the grander story of human evolution and cosmic oneness. Cell by cell, molecule by molecule, thought by thought, and every lighted intention, will create a wave of potential that our global earthly experience will light the way for those wrestling with darkness. For we all desire and deserve a lighter way to move through life. We will each sense at every level that our world is no longer going to be content with a blatant disregard for her loving offerings, and her constant nudging for us to wake up and entangle with a grander universal connection to all that is, will stir in a way that those ready to shift their perspective will surface for action and love. Our ability to move about our pathwork and discern how the bigger picture fits our ever-changing and altering state of being, and intend with the purity of our free will and soul purpose to entangle and enliven with all that is being offered by Source. For remember, the more that you unveil and entangle the Source within, the more you will see the benevolence and gifts that is offered in your seemingly outside reality. We are given in any given moment of now the potential to entangle and engage with the cosmos that was birthed for us to be one with. Humanity has been so entrenched with the density and limitation, that we have failed to see not only our ultimate effect and potential within this grand creation scheme to return to a lighted and benevolent way of existence. This is our Christed birthright, and each human, each being within our local universe has the same offering of light and potential. It is the free will within us all to ignite and create a path that moves us along the ever-expansive passage to heightened states of being. Though many aspects of humanity may still show signs of sleepy disconnection, know it is your birthright to move on and rise above. You are not responsible for the path and outcome of any other blueprint but yours. We have all chosen our higher path of entanglement and awareness to these universal gifts, and those that go within and unveil what has always resided behind the veils of illusion, will be those that sense, see, know, and hear the tones of a new earth song of loving victory. Each breath, each now moment, is a gift, and to be valued and embraced as Source desired it to be with the blessing of our birth. You are the gift of creation to creation, and God knows of each and every one of you, for the God-knowingness is within. You are the gift of life. All of these lovely New Year cosmic and celestial experiences are validations that we are moving deeper into our fifth dimensional existence, and the stretching of our reality potentials are seeping into our consciousness through every facet of our everyday life. All of these examples of our expanding multidimensional life is all gifted from the auspices of the Most High, and therefore validation of humanity and Gaia being readied for even greater cosmic and frequency shiftings in the coming months. Our ability to surrender into our most divine Source essence, and know we are loved, cared for, and guided, will allow the embrace and flow of what is to come. Enjoy all that you are evolving into in every moment, for in every moment you unfold as the beautiful butterfly with colors filling our world with brilliance. You are dearly loved. Your path, your light, your ability to love thyself, is felt throughout creation, and we embrace each one of you. In love and light. Joanna L. Ross. Sedona First Contact Universal Unity Event. We are so excited to bring our First Contact learning event to a pristine vortex and hub for lightship engagement. We will be creating a lovely two-seating event for those inspired by high-frequency discussions, meditation alignments, and ascension dialogue about human potential and the pathway for open conscious contact. Join us for this loving and heart-awakening event. Link below. Sedona Universal Unity First Contact Event. Intro to First Contact Global Tel Class. Join us for our upcoming 2 Global Tel classes on Intro to First Contact, the first class of its kind that will allow you to walk with greater knowingness and confidence about topics and energy that has oftentimes been mislabeled and misunderstood with negative connotations. We are here to bring back the magic and light to all aspects of unification with our cosmic and galactic families, and offer all that we know and have experienced to you for your journey into the future potentials of first conscious contact. Allowing your inner light, your inner brilliance, and your creative expression to come forth, for it is the song you promised creation that you would sing. 2016 holds profound elements and ignition for tremendous potential for all of humanity to rise up and swim within the limitless love and the universal light that has always been offered. Our unconditional love and embrace for your lighted path and unique expression to unfold, for it is always within for you to reveal and unleash. universalunity.ca